This week, when we get our Battle World rewards, Knull will be available to many players in the community. Now, we did get a chance to play with them in advance. This is the one that I used here. He has 5 red stars, 5 yellow. Got him at gear tier, I think that's 18, 19. We got purple ISO, 105. Not sure if this is what a lot of people will be able to imitate. It should be close. I didn't take mine any stronger than this. Now, the point is, what we're trying to test is how he'll perform in the real world. He is a nuanced character, and so he takes a little bit of getting used to. He doesn't seem to be overwhelmingly game breaking, but he definitely can be of good use. We want to take advantage of his strengths. We need to keep in mind he is a symbiote, he's a villain, and he has moves that will cause him to assist after other villains' attacks. Okay, there are other call outs there. He's a cosmic mystic controller. Those are things that you might be able to take advantage of as well. But we're going to try to play to those 3 strengths, him being a symbiote, a villain, and giving assists to other villains' attacks. Let me show you what we came up with. We have a few different battles we're going to be doing. So what we have here is the symbiote method. We got an enemy memphisto on the other side. We have, again, a bunch of symbiotes just to give Knull extra speed. So we got Void Knight here. We already know he does great control. We got Red Goblin to give extra damage, and we have Carnage. Knull will be able to spawn another Carnage. And so if we can push somebody into the red, as we see here, notice the speed meter, just out of control. So that's double speed ups from 2 Carnage. The opposing team will not get another turn at this point. We're just, right, each of us are going to go 3 times each, something like that. So they will not get another turn at this point. The more damage we do, the more the speed stacks. And it's pretty much a wrap. Now, we recognize that many people will not have their symbiotes, right? They won't have their hive mind and stuff this high, right? This is on the test server, so those characters are maxed out. So we'll go ahead and try something else. We have Cabal here. We recognize that Gore is a villain and Knull is a villain. We're going in against the Annihilators. So it looks like initially we can probably just push the attack. We're trying to just do as much damage as possible, see if we can erase somebody. The choice is always going to be, do I do that ultimate and just try to push people out? Or do I do the special, get that Carnage in and try to ramp up speed bar? So that first push just did a lot of damage. We triggered endgame Thanos. We're still looking pretty good. Okay, we're still looking pretty good. I don't know if it's going to work. So we want to flip the script here and try again. Yeah, it looked like that might have worked. I got a little nervous. I probably just instinctively pushed to quit with the endgame Thanos. But we'll go again with the symbiote method. So we have them all boxed up. We know that we can get Ultimus low. They survived that hit. We know we can get Ultimus low if we can get another chance. So now the question is, do I throw that other symbiote out or do I push the attack with the ultimate? We're going to throw the other Carnage, go for the big hit, hoping to get somebody low. We do. Speed bar goes up. And once again, we're in control of this match. We push the attack. That should be good game. We have this one under control. That's a win. Our next matchup here is against the Illuminati. Now, again, this might not be realistic, but the point is we wanted to put somebody on the board who could kind of resist those speed mechanics. So we have Captain Britain on the other side that's going to do that. And as you see, we're getting overwhelmed relatively quickly. We lost Carnage, but the good thing about Red Goblin, even if we take that initial damage right away, he's going to bring one of those individuals back. He will not revive Knull. Knull can't be revived, but he will keep the other symbiotes on the board. So we'll just keep going. We want to get after Hank there. One of the things that I didn't think about is that Iron Man in the front. Just because he's an older character, he's weaker. I could probably do some damage to him and try to get things moving. We got Hank into the yellow. He healed up. Now the retaliations come in from the other team. I'm trying to think about what to do here. We'll try to get that other Carnage in, seeing if I can get somebody into the yellow. Into the red. We need to get him into the red. And they just heal too quickly, right? They just heal too quickly in this instance. There's not a whole lot I could do. Again, maybe I could have went after Iron Man. That way, right, he's weaker. He could probably take more hits, or less hits. And I might be able to get something going. So as you see, this is not going well. They definitely have the upper hand at this point. I'm just trying to look at my speed bar to see who could go next. Gore's going to take a turn. Knull probably gets to take one more turn. And if I can't make something happen here, it's probably over with. The ability blocks some people. Gore goes. It looks like I'm hitting into a brick wall. Nobody's actually taking any damage. So it's kind of a stalemate. It shows you that if we can't get something going right out of the box, then we're not going to succeed. We're going to try it one more time. And this time I'm going to try to focus harder on the weaker enemies, right? So I'm not trying to win in the traditional sense. We're going to focus on the weaker enemies and see if we can make some headway there. So we'll still kind of go after our Void Knight, or excuse me, after Hank over there. But what we want to do is see if we can concentrate a little bit more damage into the middle of the field. So we're still going to go after Hank. But now when we get Void Knight's turn, let's just go ahead and bring everybody into the middle. So now all my, more I should say, of my attacks are hitting more people. See if we can control Captain Britain. We didn't do that last time. Ability block on him. I don't remember his kit if he stays blocked or not. I think so. And so now we got to make that decision. We're going to bring out the second Carnage. Hit everybody in the middle, hoping to get somebody into the red. We did not. Another swipe here. But notice the Iron Man. See, I wasn't, again, paying attention. I got like kind of laser focused. I wasn't paying attention. Should have went after Iron Man. We got Captain Britain into the red. And did you see the speed go up? So all my characters are primed and ready for speed. We can push. This should remove Captain Britain. Didn't hit him hard enough, but we'll go after him now with the Carnage. Execute. So now it's 6. We got to remember it's 6 on 4 now. That spawned Carnage, he hits hard. He's a new character. He is a summon, but he's made it to be a character. He hits pretty hard. We do have the speed advantage, and now once again, just like everything else, we can kind of press the attack. If we can get somebody else into the red, that'll catapult us even further speed-wise, which we just did there with Hank. Mr. Fantastic went into the red. So again, you see the snowball effect. This is pretty much, this is in the bag, right? So that's an effective strategy with Knull. Let's look at the other side of the coin, Spider Society, which is meant to, right? These guys are opposites. So I'm supposed to try to overcome their ability to dodge, which is difficult in this sense. And they get a ton of positive effects, quickly clear negative effects, meaning it's hard for me to get things to snowball. So we got negative effects on the board. We'll do a flyby with Red Goblin. So it looks like we're in control. Penny up there went into the yellow, but then she went in stealth, so we can't go after her. But this quick swipe across the board should help with Gore. It should push those guys into the red, which it does. And as you see, that's pretty much game over. Similar strategy with the mercs for money. We got Gore, so we can remove Old Man Logan's ability to revive. Then I believe after this match, we're going to try a couple different other team compositions. But this is the one I found to be the most effective by far. Again, the downside is we probably don't have our symbiote characters built this high. Maybe you got Void Knight, maybe you got Gore. But Red Goblin, especially Carnage, we haven't invested that much in. And I'm not going to tell anybody to put that investment in those characters. People that are bigger spenders that might have these guys maxed out anyway will definitely have an advantage, and they'll be able to get more use out of Knull. So right there, big hit. We get a lot of speed bar. Old Man Logan doesn't have revive, so once we take him off the board, that's pretty much good game. Panda Pooler revive, but we recognize we don't have anything really to fear from the rest of this team. It's pretty much just Old Man Logan, so if we can go through him, and that's good game. There it is. On to the next. Let's change gears. So now we're going to go with Orcus because they debuff and they're all villains. Knull should assist on all these individuals' attacks. And when they keep spawning the Sentinels, once again, that's more extra attacks for Knull. So my goal is to just see if you can go after somebody and just burst them down. Every hit, Knull takes a hit. He hits pretty good. He hits pretty hard. He can't take a hit. He can't take a hit, but he hits pretty hard. So we're going to try to just drill through Strange here. As you can see, I feel like I have control if I can do that. He's starting to heal, so I'm starting to second guess myself. But we're going all in. We got these Sentinels on the board now, so every time they go, Knull should make a follow-up attack. Strange is down. Confidence is increased. Who's my next biggest threat? Is it Shadow King or is it Emma Frost? I decide, I think, to go over there after Moondragon just because she had the most damage. Because I'm just trying to press the attack. We're going after Ancient One here. Good. If you notice, I don't believe we got any speed, right? Because somebody, is it Emma? Somebody on the opposing side, or maybe Shadow King, stops that from happening. Bunch of counterattacks. And again, so this is against Astral. So right now we probably got a good Astral combo with Cabal and Apocalypse. But we're just trying to see here, what are we capable of doing? This seems pretty simple. So maybe you don't use this against Astral. You didn't have a ton of time to play around with it. But maybe we can find another team where this would be appropriate. Then maybe we could punch up on something big. Once we remove Shadow King, that's pretty much good game right there. I think this demonstrates we got this under control. Let's go on to the next. Same deal with Liberty. So Liberty's, they're a new team. They got some great stats. And here's an issue with them, right? So they have immunity and safeguard just sitting here already. So I'm not 100% sure what to do at this point. I'm going to go after Peggy Carter. I debated on whether that's the right move. See, the problem with Liberty is you have to get through somebody before Captain America Sam Wilson takes a turn. And that's very difficult to do. You cannot use your speed bar mechanics because Joaquin Falcon doesn't let any speed bar shenanigans happen until he takes a turn. And as you see, he goes relatively late in the rotation, and that's intentional. So we're getting burned down here. This is not going well. Knull is gone. But it feels like there's something that can be done here. It feels like this can work. So we're going to switch up things a little bit. So we have Cabal. We're going to go with Ares to try to deal with some of their positive effects. All right, so he strips the positive effects, but they get right back with Safeguard. Falcon took a turn. So now I should be able to do some manipulation when it comes to speed bar. I'm just not sure who to attack at this point. We brought the Annihilators with endgame Thanos, because if we start taking hits, he's going to retaliate and do a lot of damage to them. And the hope is that he can knock down one of their key players. And if we did enough damage. So that didn't go exactly how I would like. Falcon's hurt. Got to decide what to do. We'll see if we can not get rid of Falcon, but since he's injured already, right, he's in the red. So we did get the speed boost. Can we get another speed boost? All right, that's 2 speed boosts on our part. Stun Captain America Sam Wilson. That just leaves him and Patriot. So this looks viable. I did this like 50 times though, guys. So this is not really a counter. There's a lot of RNG elements here. Did this like 50 times, but it can be done. It's just illustrating to try to take advantage of Knull's strengths. There's probably more to come. I'm curious to see what you in the community have come up with or will come up with. Knull probably needs a buff. He probably needs some things to be better. But hey, what advice do you have? Have you tried looking at this video right here yet? Please do. It's legit.